Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm not going to face cam today. You're going to see some footage of WWE 2K19. So, we're here to talk about two big stories that has been heavily talked about throughout the week. So, first, we're going to be talking about Dean Ambrose and his possible rumors, and the rumors going around about him leaving the WWE after WrestleMania, which these have been confirmed by WWE.com themselves, saying that Dean Ambrose will not be re-signing with the company after WrestleMania. Now, some people have come to the conclusion, and some people believe that this could be true, or this could be false. Now, I am looking at this more on the end of that it could be true. Now, I'm going to talk about both sides of the coin. I'm going to talk both sides of the coin, and I'm going to reveal one side that I believe. So, there's one side of the coin that people think that this rumor is nothing but a word. That this could just be labeled as a rumor just to make people think that Dean Ambrose is going to be leaving the company and he's going to resign. So that's one part of the angle. Some people believe that it could be fake. But there are some people that believe that Dean Ambrose leaving the WWE is true and he's not planning on resigning because WWE.com themselves said that Dean Ambrose is not resigning the contract. And that is why some people believe that Dean Ambrose leaving the WWE could be a fake news just to get people talking. So the question is Dean Ambrose really leaving WWE? Well, I want to believe that I honestly hope that he doesn't. But if he does, then that's just totally his decision. But there's something I want to say. On the end of the reports of Dean Ambrose leaving WWE, people have been speculating that Dean Ambrose did it in the most respectful and nicest way possible. He told WWE themselves that he's not planning on re-signing. He said it to Vince's face, and Vince happily agreed, and they shook hands. Now, if this is to be true, then I'm going to straight up say to you guys, that is how CM Punk and Neville should have handled their situation. There's absolutely no reason why one person should just crack the shits and just walk out on the company due to frustration. Sure, I can understand the situation. I do understand the situation that's coming across the board. But I think some people need to look at it as you need to do things in a respectful manner and not do it in a bad light. So Dean Ambrose, possibly leaving WWE, is he really leaving WWE? I'll let you guys decide. Do I believe he's leaving? I honestly don't know. I think it's a very hard thing to say, but if I have to say what side of the coin I'm on, I probably would have to say yes. I actually do think Dean Ambrose is leaving WWE, and yeah, I think WWE is gonna let him go in a respectful manner. And when the timing is right, they're going to bring him back when he walked away for company. So there you go, guys. That has been the report and the talk about Dean Ambrose possibly leaving the WWE. Okay, so there's been one other story that has recently popped up this past week, or yesterday after what happened on Raw. And that is a report about Becky Lynch possibly having a match with Stephanie McMahon following WrestleMania. So I have the report up right here. So according to the Wrestle Talk News, yes, I look at Wrestle Talk News when it comes to news reports. I don't know if people trust them, but I look at their sources when it comes to news reports. So according to the Wrestle Talk News, that they brought up the whole story about Becky Lynch and then the report goes on and says this: if we're right in thinking that Becky will leave WrestleMania with the women's title, then it would be logical that the planned Stephanie McMahon match for the title, which is a sobering thought. If WWE are planning on building Becky up just to have her lose to Stephanie McMahon, I may have to break every bone in my body as a distraction. It wouldn't be a year in WWE if at least two McMahons weren't shoving into a storyline, in-ring storyline. You've got Shane and blah 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 blah. So they pretty much went on about the whole angle about Stephanie refusing to, the whole thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? The whole angle we saw on Raw with Becky Lynch and Stephanie McMahon. They're pretty much going on that the whole angle that we saw on Raw, it could be possibly leading to a women's championship match between Becky Lynch and the boss, Stephanie McMahon. The real boss, not Sasha Banks. But, so yeah, the whole angle we saw on Raw, people have speculated, or from Wrestle Talk, they've mentioned, which you could tell they're not a big fan of this idea as much as probably nearly every other person that they've heard about this story. So, Stephanie McMahon and Becky Lynch is a big rumored story right now, coming out after WrestleMania. So, from the report that the Wrestle Talk News put up, they are claiming that Becky Lynch is going to win the championship and go on in her first title defense against Stephanie McMahon. Now, also in their report, they also read out saying that they could possibly have Becky Lynch drop the belt to Stephanie McMahon. Now, I know a lot of people would be throwing up in that idea as much as I am. But, to be honest with you guys, it really doesn't matter. To me, I don't think it really matters because, this is what the fans wanted. They wanted Becky Lynch. They wanted Becky Lynch in the spotlight. They wanted Becky Lynch in the top stories. They wanted Becky Lynch in the main event, in the top scene, and this is what you get. This is the punishment that you people get. You will see Stephanie McMahon battling it out against a man for the Raw Women's Championship. This is what you people wanted for the man. And besides, Becky Lynch's booking hasn't been really that good either. If you think about it logically, I don't know why people are thinking this whole Becky Lynch angle is the greatest thing that they've ever seen. It's not, guys. Trust me, it's not the greatest thing you've ever seen. It's the most lousiest thing I've ever seen. Why in the world would I care about a injury angle that is concerning Becky Lynch right now? This whole injury angle is a joke. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of injury angles. They're just really dumb, and they're really and I hate that, and I hate using this term, but since fans continuously use this term, I may as well use it as well. This whole injury angle is forced. It's trying to make us feel sorry for Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch trying on Raw, telling Stephanie not to suspend me, don't suspend me, don't suspend me. This is my moment. Don't take my moment from me, Stephanie. I mean, like, are you kidding me? Is this what you people want out of Becky? Is this what you want out of Becky Lynch? This is what you want. You want to see Becky Lynch bitching and whining to Stephanie to not suspend me. This is our main event. Listen, I'm a big fan of Becky Lynch, and I know I've said this is the main event we all should be seeing. But after watching Raw and SmackDown and seeing the whole angle that they're doing, it's slowly turning me off from the storyline. Especially now that they've thrown in this Stephanie McMahon rumor. That's another reason why I'm slowly turning off from this feud. It's because of the Stephanie McMahon storyline that is going on right now. Do you think I want to see Becky Lynch versus Stephanie McMahon for the Raw Women's Championship? Absolutely not. I don't want to see this. But I have a friend who believes that this whole Stephanie McMahon feud could end up even more worse for Becky Lynch. He thinks that WWE could book Becky Lynch to lose to Ronda Rousey, and Becky Lynch gets screwed over. So yeah, is this what you guys wanted? It's not what I want. I'm okay with Becky Lynch getting this opportunity, but I'm not a big fan of this whole angle right now with her injury, and especially now that they've thrown in this idea of Stephanie McMahon versus Becky Lynch. They've now thrown this in, and this could only end up even more worse for Becky Lynch. Could only end up more worse for Becky Lynch and for Becky Lynch fans. This is what happens when you want your favorites in the main storylines, guys. You guys wanted Becky Lynch in the main storylines. You wanted her in the spotlight. Trust me, if this was Charlotte, this would be more bearable. Because it's Becky Lynch, they've really dropped the ball, in my opinion. In my opinion, they've dropped the ball with this Ronda Becky story, and they've made it worse by throwing Stephanie McMahon in this story. They've made it worse by throwing Stephanie McMahon in. So anyway, guys, that's my video. That's all I've got for you guys. These two stories. That's all I've got for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. Be sure to hit the like button down below if you guys did enjoy. Comment your opinions down below on these two angles. And be sure to let me know your thoughts on the Becky Ronda storyline. And do you think it's a good idea to throw Stephanie McMahon in it as well? Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next video.